Film it. Okay, let's talk about the 911 Turbo S. This car here, my goodness, this is the most powerful 911 Turbo you can get. 992. It's not that old, this car, and it's been sent to me to make it all carbonium. So all the front bumper's been taken off, all the wheels, all the wheel arch liners. It's had a proper clean throughout to make it back to as best as new as possible before we put the parts on. So what we like doing is making sure we put parts on are super clean and nice, just like you're building a Lego kit or something. So it's always a pleasure when all the nuts and bolts are put together in bowls and trays and in our lovely Lister cabinets. So in here you can see, I can't find stuff. So in here you've got the nuts and bolts, all the parts are laid in, and you can see these are like perforated, these trays, so it allows any dirt and dust to fall through to the next tray to clean up. In here we have a label. Look, it's labelled! 918 door cards, 918 A-pillars. So in here we have got parts that I have prepared and cleaned. Oh, look at that. They're all the door cards that are getting ready to go back on the 918 project. What is going on with the 911 Turbo S? Okay, so the rear bumper is completely stripped. I cannot explain how hard it is to take apart a 911 Turbo S bumper internal componentry. All these plastic bits click on with these really bitey clips, and they take a lot of effort. The 911 Turbo is quite unusual because this bumper is quite heavy, and the reason it's heavy is because underneath here it has got an apron. It's a bit like a hovercraft, really. So as the speed increases, this thing drops down to create an apron of air. Air lift, or I can't remember, some kind of air effect to suck it down basically, but it's all packaged so neatly inside of here. So I'm really impressed with this, how they do things. And this is the pitot tubes or some kind of tubing to blow it up and close it. I'm not sure, I can't remember. The rear bumper set also is quite difficult to take apart because you've got lots of these bitey clips everywhere, so things click on. This is the wiring for the sensors, and also lighting, reverse camera. This is a duct that needs a good clean, actually. Yeah, stage 1 clean. And yeah, that will go back onto the back end of the car. So there's lots of little details that are in carbon that will encapsulate in here. Oh, that's an air duct. Can you see how this works? Air goes in here, goes through here, and that cools these intercoolers, and the air pops out that side. Okay, I got it wrong. What really happens is air comes through here, into there, down these pipes, and then out here. Of course it would have been air going in here, out there, if you're going backwards at like 20 to 100 to 150 miles an hour. But it's not really the best thing to do with this car. So my apologies, that's what I was trying to say. Intakes for the car, obviously on the sides to feed the air into the engine. In here also is, for the Turbo S, it's quite a simple engine cover. So it's not like the G3 RS we did in the last video. We don't actually bother carbon fibering this bit because in the nicest possible way, it's impossible because it's so detailed and carbon has a thickness. By the time we've layered on top of this, I think we'll all be pretty exhausted. So we've left that piece as the only bit that we didn't do. We did do it on the G3 RS because that's only got 6 aerofoils on there, 4 or 6, whereas this has got like 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 21. One off, not bad. So this is rear bumper treatment. So we have to take the whole bumper off, strip it, and then all these parts here are covered in pre-preg carbon fibre. As you can see, we have some failures. This is how complicated and difficult it is. So this is bubbled through heat. So we have to glue it back on down again, and everything gets lacquered again. All these parts get lacquered as well, so the black plastic goes to piano black. These two pieces are also very tricky to do because they're bendy plastic. and then we put a carbon fibre on there. That's been sanded back from the lacquer, so you can't quite see the. If I lick it, you can see the carbon fibre showing through. There you go. This is a front valance part that holds the parking sensors, and these are the two air vents at the back, the two side ducts, the front mouth, and the two parking sensors at the sides. So these are all been covered in carbon, already encapsulated resin and ready to be lacquered over the top, but they go through a flattening back process, and these are the two side sills as well. So it doesn't look like there's many parts here, but an enormous amount of work that goes into each one of them to hand finish them. There's no molds. This is skinning with pre-preg over plastic. So we have to do it very carefully at 65 degrees, otherwise everything melts, which we found out on the G3 RS project. We don't use a wet layout carbon system. We find it a little bit too difficult to keep the corners down. So I'll show you in one of the videos in the future on how we make carbon fibre in a skinning format. The rear window on this is a little bit thicker. The side windows on this are a little bit thicker than G3 RS. This is a sporting red and has the Porsche crest in there, which is so lovely. And it's got huge carbon ceramic brakes and centre locks. So the frontal area, that hasn't been cleaned yet, I'm sorry, excusez. The frontal area is all being treated in carbon fibre. So there we go, that's the 911 Turbo S project. In the video, I will also show you how we're sanding it, preparing it, making the carbon bits, assembling it. And sadly, this one has taken a little bit of a back seat in terms of finishing, because we've got the other two projects in the go. So this one has slight delay behind it. Once we've done baby car, then we can go back onto this as we also complete 918 project, and then we start hypercar, which we might be using this engine over here. Anyway, but we'll talk about it in the next video. Thanks for looking and seeing what I'm doing. Thanks for subscribing. If you like what you like, then say like. If you don't like, say you don't like it. Anything you want to know, just send me a comment. We'll try and put it in there. Thanks for watching.